Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we're talking Harry and Harold and Fraud, I guess. We're talking Hank and Skank. We have them in the news again, and it's as ridiculous as you might think. So I brought on my favorite ridiculous co-host to break it all down with me and, well, make fun of Hank and Skank. So say hi, favorite ridiculous co-host.
Hello, this is Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes on YouTube and Twitch. We're here to bring you the hairy news, the hairiest news since Sasquatch.
You guys, you had the biggest reaction. This is an aside, by the way, to our AI video, and we are thrilled to hear it. We are thrilled you love it. Huge thank you to everybody that wrote us about it. That was seriously one of both of our favorite videos ever. And we hear you loud and clear. More coming. We're actually working on, hoping to get one up in just a little while today. So definitely check back. I wrote another script. Jay did his animation magic, that weird voodoo he does because I don't know anything about computers. And it should be pretty special, pretty fun. And I've heard all your requests. I really love you all so much and appreciate all the requests. So check back for that. I'm so excited. The script was even funnier this time, I think.
Yes, thank you for all the positive responses and the giggles. We had a lot of fun making it. That was a side thing I've been working on, just thinking like, I wonder if we could use this for YouTube. And it nailed Megan's voice. I was shocked. I actually had it baking in the proverbial computer oven, and Jen and I heard it at the same time, and we both looked at each other like, wow. Still working on Harry's. It can't seem to handle accents, but hey, why do we need AI for Harry when we've already got him?
That's right.
It's your unconscious bias. We could always do it that way. And we've got more to come. I'm still working on things. We'll see how it comes out. But yeah, it's been a lot excited, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yes. So much fun, and we are just thrilled with the response. But let's get into today's video. What is going on with Hank of Hank and Skank? There's always something, right? So I believe, as per usual, Meghan's paws are all over this one. But there's a news article that just came out in the Daily Mail, and it says, revealed. Prince Harry said he wanted out of the royal family years before Megxit and didn't want monarchy to be, quote, just a bunch of celebrities. You guys. We have lots to talk about on this one, but come on. Meghan is putting this out to make it look like she's less of a monster, right? That's her thing. I feel like it's not even Meghan. Maybe it's that the new management company she's under. And as we discuss this, I have photos of them with celebrities because that's what they seem to like to surround themselves with.
Yeah, even at their wedding, wasn't it just full of celebrities? And I think even George Clooney was caught saying something like, I don't even know why I'm here. Like, he doesn't know them. And it seems to be a theme, too. Like, Jen's elaborated more in the past, but, Meghan trying to force, like, these friendships with celebrities she doesn't know. Like, clearly they want to be celebrities. So, typical of a person that does not want to be a celebrity, they immediately wrote a tell-all for a major publisher and moved to California and began to schmooze with various people like the CEO of Disney. I mean, that's what normal people do, right? You don't want to be a celebrity.
Yeah, they stepped back from royal life so they could spend more time with their celebrity friends. Dum Dum didn't even have time to see his dad get crowned king because, I don't know, he had to get back to California. So, again, make it make sense. It doesn't.
So, speaking of the book, from the moment his autobiography Spare landed on bookshelves around the world, we were given an astonishing insight into the unhappiness Prince Harry felt as a member of the royal family. Where?
Okay. Again, spin much? I mean, he was a grown-ass man. He could have left at any point. And I don't believe it. We've seen the transformation on his face. I just don't think the picture's live how miserable he seems. And again, I say this all the time. I'm not taking him out of the equation. He's just as responsible and sometimes more than I think Meghan is. But I also think she reminds him every day, Harry, you're not happy. Harry, you're not happy. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm not happy, or she reminded him when he was in the royal family, and so they left. And I just don't buy any of this. I don't. And this just reeks of rewriting history.
Yeah, I mean, clearly she has her own goals, and she just happened to have found a way to weaponize ignorance, and he's the perfect vessel for that.
Weaponize Ignorance. Oh my God, that's such a good name for him, especially. That's perfect. She weaponizes her spray tan. 2 years after the formal announcement by Buckingham Palace in February 2021 that together with his wife Meghan, the prince would cease to be a working member of the royal family, the publication of Spare set out in search of, oh, sorry, not in search of, in searing detail, the frustration or resentment of a man, I don't think he's a man, I think he's a child, who had turned his back on his birthright to pursue, who wrote this paragraph? Pursue a life with more autonomy on the other side of the world. He left readers in little doubt of his frustrations that had been bubbling for years, long before he met Meghan Markle. Again, her pause, her management, whatever, the smell is all over this of them. They're putting this out there to rewrite history and to change it up and be like, see, she's not terrible. Here's my tinfoil hat theory. This is all leading up to the split. This is just, he doesn't see it, but I see what she's doing. She's putting out these stories, even if it is years from now that she leaves him, it's to prepare for that. When does he get his inheritance again? I would say countdown to that.
The Mail's new royal section can now reveal that, in fact, the prince, age 38, had spoken of his feelings of disengagement and frustration some years earlier, not long after meeting the woman who would go on to become the Duchess of Suckass.
Nice. Okay, get ready to stomach this part. 6 years ago, in comments that foreshadowed the seismic events to come, the Mail on Sunday revealed how Harry had confided he, quote, wanted out of the royal family and yearned for an ordinary life. You know, how we've seen him do in his however many $1 million Montecito mansion and all the private plane trips he takes. And isn't he battling over security right now? That's something that an ordinary person does, right? I mean, give me a break. During an extraordinarily candid interview with the journalist and author Angela Levin, the 32-year-old Harry spoke about his struggles to find meaningful role for himself at the heart of what he called the, quote, goldfish bowl of royal life, and admitted he had come close to a breakdown on several occasions.
Clearly, he's received his normal life, which includes commuting back and forth with his own private jet, private security that probably tucks him in at night, maybe even baby birds him his meals, who knows. But even prior to that, I mean, what was the normal? Like, he wrote a tell-all that complained about his brother getting a bigger breakfast sausage. I mean, the entitlement is insane. It's just hard to fathom. And that's none of that is a normal life. I mean, you know, he was born into it. You know, he can't do anything about that. But I don't think he knows what normal is. And he probably never will.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But I don't trust anything out of his mouth either. Because remember, he went on to complain, oh, riding bikes just wasn't something, I don't even remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of riding bikes wasn't a luxury that I had, and now I get to do it with my son. Okay, how many bike rides have we seen him take, right? But besides that, then pictures came out of him having a lovely bike ride with Charles when he was a kid. So nothing he says is true or accurate or should be believed at any cost.
That's clearly your unconscious bias speaking. I didn't work the pedals. Making it clear he was primarily motivated by his loyalty to Queen Elizabeth, he added, he added, quote, I spent many years kicking my heels and didn't want to grow up. I felt I wanted out, but then decided to stay in and work out a role for myself. Poignantly, Harry also revealed his view that the monarchy would have to change once his grandmother passed away, a transformative event that would unfold just over 5 years after that interview, in September 2022, as well as his astonishing assertion that, quote, no one in the royal family wants to be king or queen.
I mean, again, how can we trust anything out of this prick's mouth? He just sounds like a jealous todger, like my new favorite word, by the way. Just a spoiled brat, right? He'll never be king, so he's whining, saying that other people don't want it. How the fuck do you know? You don't know anything. He goes on to try to wreck things for both Charles and William and says, We feel the British public. That's a stupid accent. And by the way, I love the British accent. It's just him that's stupid. And the whole world that needs institutions like this, but it can't go on as it's done under the Queen. That's because the Queen was wonderful and brilliant and amazing. And you know what I mean? It's going to be different no matter who takes over because it's not the Queen. There will be changes and pressures to get them right. Yeah, and would you say that you're adding to the pressure there, Harold? Yeah, Harold, you just go on James Corden and have your little tea parties and talk about how hard things were you and how miserable you were and just do nothing to help your family but cause them headache after headache. I just don't even know why they bother with him anymore.
Again, that's your unconscious bias. I merely want to hang out with my friend James Corden, not be on TV and sing in a car on his horrible show that's thankfully canceled. I mean, he's cool. Nah, that show's terrible. I'm glad it's gone. No more of those stupid clips of people singing in cars, I hope.
I don't know. I think I'm done with this article because it's just more bullshit and nonsense from this guy. The gall of this guy to with the headache he's created for the royal family for how long now, and being awful to the Queen and well, awful to everybody. In his book, and then sharing private information about his family while demanding privacy. Just all of it. All of it. It's just too much. I hate this guy now. I really do. And I know so many people, and I get it, especially, if you grew up seeing Harry grow up and you root for him and you think, oh, he's just got a little anger problem. That's all, he can snap out of it. I'm realizing, no, he can't. He's awful too. So there's that. I don't want to leave it on a down note though. So Harry, say something. What'd you think about the AI that you saw?
What's this AI? I saw Meghan saying things on a video that sounded like the normal things that she says at home.
Nice.
But yeah, again, like I think the biggest thing with him is a case of the grass being greener on the other side. Although he doesn't seem to realize that the other side doesn't have a private jet parked on it.
Yes. Oh, on that very, very lovely note, you're so right on that. On that note, we will leave you. Jay, tell everybody what you're working on and where they can find you and what AI you're working on.
Well, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch as Dr. Bad Vibes. And yes, I'm working on more AI projects. We'll have something out soon. They are not real. They are computer generated and parody and meant to be dumb. So please enjoy that. They're fun to make, and Hey, at the end of the day, we're making computers say dumb things, and that makes me clap my hands and laugh. So what more can you ask? And thanks for having me, and thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope to be back soon, and look forward to reading everybody's comments.
Yeah, again, thank you all so much for being here. We so appreciate it. Thank you for all the love and support. And check back because we got lots more videos coming out. And if there's something you want to see a video on, leave us comments about that too. As always, if you want to further support the show, check out the merch. We got Make It Make Sense, Recollections May Vary. And if you also want to support the show, check out Patreon. Patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can become an executive producer and get your shout out. Speaking of which, I'm going to shout out my executive producers now. So huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robin's Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. I so appreciate you all. Thank you if you are on the Patreon. Thank you if you're an executive producer. And hey, if you're not, definitely check it out. We have a lot of fun over there. Guys, I hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you again soon. Can't wait to bring you another video like this. Take care. Bye-bye.